Hello there. Hello. Let me turn down my level here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Married with Channels podcast. I'm Moose. There's Jody.
I'm Jody.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You doing good there, beautiful?
I think I've really reached deliriously tired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this should be fun. I might get goofy. I don't know.
Don't get too screwball-y. We're a married couple. We talk about TV shows, and we throw in some movies once in a while.
That's right.
But it's all TV. Well, there's one movie, I guess.
Yeah.
And we will start with Loki,
Yep.
the Disney Plus show about the beloved bad guy who's got his own show on Disney Plus. And I know you've been kind of lukewarm, leaning more towards Luke than warm
Yeah.
on this show, especially after episode 2, was it?
Yeah.
2 or 3, which was a real stinker.
Yes.
This is episode 5 that we watched, Journey into Mystery,
Yes.
where Loki is on the Void planet. The Void, I guess, the end of time or whatever.
After getting pruned.
Yeah. We find out officially pruning is just sending you to the Void to be devoured by the Eliath.
Eliath.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a lion. Eliath. I'm telling you, you got to have the caps on
The captions.
the captions
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I thought he said a lion.
Yeah. And it almost kind of looks like a smoke lion.
Yeah, mythical
Kind of.
lion. Yeah.
But anyway, so he's on this Void, and he meets up with other Loki variants who have been there, who
Yes.
were sent there, pruned there.
Can I tell you which one's my favorite?
I know which one's your favorite. Rhymes with Schmalligator.
Schmalligator.
You like
Yes.
the alligator Loki?
Oh my gosh, yes, it's funny.
I like it too. I think that's, Richard Grant as the classic Loki's, he's good, but you gotta love that there's an alligator with the little Loki horns on it. And they never fall off. And the alligator has emotions and like feelings, like he got mad and bit off the other variant of
Yeah.
Loki's hand. President Loki bit his hand off.
Yes, I like that they translate for the alligator too. That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, you had a good idea for a Halloween costume with that. That
Yeah.
would be fairly easy too. Just get an alligator costume and
Alligator suit, put some horns on it.
put some horns on
That
it.
is my Halloween costume. No one steal that idea.
We always say that, but we never do anything Halloween costumey.
I know. We should just like get dressed up for at home. I don't know. Because why not? It's Halloween.
All right.
It's fun.
So Loki, Journey into Mystery, episode 5. I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was better. There was still like a couple. What? I still don't know what's going on with the timeline and this and that. And,
Sure.
you know,
And maybe that'll all be unraveled in the final
Oh,
episode, which is
please.
the next one.
I'm like, please make it make sense. Please.
I just hope they have some sort of, I just don't want it to be left on a super cliffhanger, you know? Like, put things to bed, but also pop something in there on the end that will leave us kind of being like, okay, let's tune in and see what happens with that.
So
Alligator doing backflips in the sky, whatever.
here's my theory about that one.
Hmm.
I think Sylvie's going to die, but Loki won't and Mobius won't. And it'll be interesting to see what that does to Loki. Like, did he love her?
I think he does. I mean,
Right?
they had a very extended moment with the blanket.
Yes.
That was, I don't know, the show's shown me a lot of heart, and it's got a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
I mean, giggles, whatever you want to call it, and it's got decent momentum. It's just that one episode was a real stink bomb for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This episode was good. I honestly think Loki and Mobius is, what's the word I'm looking for? Not chemistry. Bond. Yeah, it's more interesting and almost more, I think, real than Wanda and Vision in WandaVision.
Like,
Like,
well, that's
I think,
a different dynamic for
well,
me.
it is, but I think the connection is, I'm more interested in this connection than Wanda and Vision. Like the show WandaVision was interesting. It had its moments, but I think the two main characters together did nothing. You know, there was no spark there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay. I just think this one's more interesting. And I think it's because, and it could all be because of the chemistry between Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, I think is really good.
I don't know. It's a bromance. I don't really care. Like, it's kind of cute, but I don't know.
They're pulling off a connection with those two, and also with Loki and Sylvie.
Yeah, totally. I will say though that there is a scene where I was like, "Aw, that's so sweet."
And it's this scene when they're about to embark on the final attempt to enchant the big ghost monster, cloud monster, Alioth, and find out who's behind the TVA, not just the fake android. So here's Loki saying goodbye to Mobius.
What will you do at the TVA? Burn it to the ground. Thanks for the spark. Well, see you later, Loki.
Thank you, my friend.
Gets in on that hug.
Aww.
You're my favorite.
I like the little Owen Wilson whisper to Sylvie.
Yeah.
While he's hugging Loki, saying, "You're my favorite."
Yeah.
Like, even in a nice moment, there's still room for levity.
A little funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's cute. I didn't quite understand like why he was going back.
So why Mobius was going back?
Yeah. He's going back to the TVA, right? Where they,
Yeah, I don't really understand that either, other than just maybe he was going to be a dead man if he stayed there. He at least has a chance going back to TVA, even if they throw him in the jail or...
Yeah, won't Renslayer make sure he's,
confiscated
or pruned
corralled
again. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of pointless to prune him, considering he just came back from there. And how did he have the time thing with him?
Because Sylvie put it in her jacket before.
Oh, before she pruned?
Before she pruned herself.
Okay,
yeah.
missed
She
that
slipped
part.
it in like her coat or something, or whatever, her top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first I was like, why don't Loki and Sylvie join him through the time portal?
Well, because they want to see who's behind it.
Yeah. And then we it was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're on a mission now.
Yeah.
Are you like me, where the whole time, like even after the hug, I thought when he was hugging Owen Wilson, Mobius, that he was going to stab him.
You did?
It's something about this character, Loki, like you're just not buying it.
Yeah.
Because he's like the god of mischief. He's always kind of sneaky. So it's like he's playing at something here. There's a long game that he's not revealing his cards about what he's doing. So I was waiting for him to shank Mobius.
Maybe he needs Mobius because that's his pal on the inside.
Maybe.
Sure. I don't know.
But all of them, even the classic Loki, the kid Loki, the Loki with the Thor hammer, the alligator Loki, I was waiting for all of those guys to show their true god of mischief colors,
I don't know.
Because they were all so cooperative and helping and like, here, follow me.
I know, but I think the theme of the episode was like, change is possible. We can do something different other than self-serving,
Yeah, and classic Loki kind of proved that when he built the fake Asgard city for the monster to go attack, to draw the monster away while they try to enchant it.
What was interesting about that, it's like, why haven't you been doing that this whole time instead of just like running from this monster and living underground?
I think because they didn't have anybody who could enchant, right?
I don't know, but if you have powers and you can use them there, and there's like 6 of you, 6 Lokis, like why didn't you just give the monster a hard time using your powers?
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that brings up a good point about the show is they only use the powers when it's like plot convenience.
Yeah.
Because going back to that one shitty episode of this series, there was like a building crumbling on top of them, and he used his powers to lift the building up and set it down safely.
Yeah.
And we had this discussion when we talked about that episode. It's like, why wasn't he using the powers before?
Yeah.
This is another example of that.
Yeah.
These Lokis, all 4 of them, I'm assuming the alligator has powers. They could have been doing something to take this, Alioth out, or at least contain it.
I agree.
But they haven't. And it's the one big flaw this show has.
For plot, you mean? Yeah.
For just, they only have powers when it works for the plot, for the script. And I don't know, most people don't see that stuff, but I think you and I do. But that being said, I still like the show.
Sure.
You like it? Is it grown more on you or no?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't dislike it as much. It has improved a little bit. I'm curious to see where it goes. Sylvie and Loki kind of were successful, and now they're off to somewhere. Where is that? What's that going to lead them to? I'll stick with it.
Yeah, there's some like the smoke monster, ghost monster, whatever is kind
Goliath.
Goliath has dissipated, and in the middle there's a city, town.
Yeah.
And we'll find out, I guess, in episode 6.
Can I just point out that Goliath sounds a lot like Goliath?
It does.
Yeah.
Maybe it's related to Goliath. Maybe it's like a second cousin that only comes by on like weird holidays or to borrow the chainsaw. Hey, Goliath. Oh, God, it's Goliath. Hide the power tools. It still hasn't brought me back my weed whacker. All right, so Loki, episode 5.
Yeah, I'll stick with it.
Yeah, well, you only got one more.
Well, yeah.
Might as well.
And we'll see.
All right.
Yep. Honey.
Yeah.
The thingy on my screen isn't there.
What thingy?
What's he in the browser? Ugh! I just want to save some money with this online shopping.
There, Jody. It'll be okay. I'll just download the free Honey plugin for you. It'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll get through this together, okay, huh? Does your spouse suffer from technophobia? Are they constantly hunting around the internet for promo codes for their online purchases? If so, then you need to go to joinhoney.com/married to get the free Honey plugin that installs in your browser. It automatically finds the promo codes when shopping at over 30,000 stores online. Savings of over $2 billion so far.
Wow. Thanks, honey.
Yeah, we're in a good place now. Thank God we went to joinhoney.com/married. Get the free plugin now. Go to joinhoney.com/married and we'll help the technophobe in your life, just like it helped me. Joinhoney.com/married. Okay, Guy, I think you've said joinhoney.com/married enough now.
Yeah, we get it.
Right. Joinhoney.com/married.
What, do you get paid by the mention?
So just announced today the Emmy nominations. That timing is superfluous. No, not superfluous. Serendipitous. Serendipitous? Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of WandaVision, Disney Plus nominated for Outstanding Limited Series. Let's see. Let's run through that since we're in there now. I May Destroy You, Mayor of Easttown, The Queen's Gambit, The Underground Railroad, which I actually want to watch, and WandaVision.
Yeah, there's a couple on there I haven't seen, but
yeah, we've seen these.
Yeah, we've talked about some of these on previous podcasts.
Yeah, Mayor of Easttown definitely should win.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think in the last couple episodes we did that, no shows kind of made us go, ooh, it's on. Let's go watch it.
Sure.
Can't wait to watch it.
Sure.
Mayor of Easttown, definitely worth checking out.
Queen's Gambit was good too.
Yeah,
that's
that was
a tough
good.
call. I mean, I think Mayor is number one, but I was really into that too. The Queen's Gambit. Yes. That's very good.
I was too, but as far as hurry up, finish what you're doing. I want to watch this.
Yeah.
Mayor of Easttown is probably more.
Hands down. Yeah. Yep.
What's that? What's that? You've got a horrible wound on your arm and you're bleeding out? Well, here's some Scotch tape. Mayor of Easttown's on.
That only happened once.
I know. Outstanding drama series: The Boys, Bridgerton, The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, Lovecraft Country, Mandalorian, Pose. I want to say Posse. And This Is Us.
There's a few on there.
I don't think The Boys should be on there.
I don't either. I don't consider that. I mean, it's kind of drama, but it's kind of comedy.
Yeah,
and
it's
maybe more action series. Is there that category?
Yeah, no, there isn't. But yeah, this is one of those shows where it's probably more drama than comedy.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, it's kind of like nominating the Avengers for outstanding drama in a way. Granted, The Boys is grittier, visceral, whatever. Yeah, but I like, what do you think, Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale.
I mean, I love that show. It's really good.
I'm a little surprised by Lovecraft Country.
Me too.
I mean, I'm glad for it.
Right.
It's kind of bittersweet because they just announced it's not getting a second season.
Yeah.
So that show's effectively done.
Yes.
But great show. Like, I don't know if it's outstanding drama great. I think it's great for other reasons.
Right.
Like, you learn something. It's fresh. It has some interesting things going on.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel like it's confusing, but it kind of makes sense.
Sure.
Moving on to outstanding comedy series, Ted Lasso, Cobra Kai, Emily in Paris, Hacks, The Flight Attendant, The Kaminsky Method, Pen 15.
Yeah, a couple of those I'm like, eh.
We tried Pen 15.
Yeah.
We watched 2 episodes of that.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I don't feel like Cobra Kai belongs there in
I don't either.
outstanding comedy series. Don't get me wrong. It's good. It's a good show. It's nostalgic for when we were kids. We've talked about that one on here before as well. But and The Flight Attendant, like those two don't belong to me in a comedy series.
Yeah, but you got to remember, there's a lot of gray area with TV shows now. Like nobody's like just a drama. Well, I mean, Game of Thrones was just a drama.
Sure.
Breaking Bad was a drama, but like Hacks, that's probably comedy, but I could see where somebody would be like, that could be a drama.
Sure.
There's just a lot of more gray area. Cobra Kai, I don't think is a comedy. I think that's more of a drama.
It's just, for me, it's just not that funny.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the other, you know.
Who do you want to win here? There's some good shows here.
There are. I think I have to go with Ted Lasso.
Yeah, me too.
It's funny.
I want Ted Lasso to win because it's funny, it's charming, it's so palpable, it's so easily digestible, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Sure.
I just like Ted Lasso. It's just a charming show.
Yeah.
And it, like you said, it's funny. I think Hacks is kind of great.
Yeah. But I think there's more, I mean, there's some heavy material in Ted Lasso, but there's more so in Hacks, you know? I think it's funny too. I think it's great. I would rather see, and we'll get to her being nominated, I'd rather see Jean Smart win individually than the show win this category.
Sure.
So.
And let's see, outstanding drama actress, Uzo Aduba in Treatment, Olivia Colman, The Crown, she's great. Emma Corrin, The Crown, Elizabeth Moss, Handmaid's Tale, MJ Rodriguez, Pose, Journey Smollett, Lovecraft Country. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but Olivia Colman, she's great in everything.
Yeah, I like her.
She's in Fleabag.
Yep.
She's in everything. She's in
Broadchurch,
which we're just kind of checking out now.
Yep.
Outstanding drama actor Sterling K. Brown, Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country, Josh O'Connor, The Crown, Regé-Jean Page, Bridgerton, Billy Porter, Pose, Matthew Rice, Perry Mason. Perry Mason.
Yeah.
That's a show that I think should be in the drama category.
Yeah.
And not just because it's well done. I think that's another show like Mare of Easttown I really look forward to watching.
Yeah, you really get kind of invested in those characters. And
boy, Bridgerton.
Ugh, I know. I was like, no, it's in so many categories.
All right, moving on to outstanding comedy actress, Adie Bryant from Shrill. She sucks. Allison Janney, a Mom, Kaylee Cuoco from The Flight Attendant, Jean Smart from Hacks, Tracy Ellis Ross from Blackish.
I would like to see Jean Smart win this one.
I think it's either going to be Jean Smart or Allison Janney.
Yeah.
And I think that's because these things usually go to the seasoned veteran who's been around forever.
Yeah.
Who's done a ton of shit, who probably hasn't won anything. Now, I think Allison Janney won an Oscar.
Sure.
But Jean Smart, I believe, is award free, and she's doing really great work. Like, I believe her as a comedian.
Yeah.
On Hacks.
Yes.
Even though she's done she did comedy on Designing Women.
She was also the mom on Mare of Easttown.
Right.
I believed her in that character too.
Sure.
Like, she's a very talented actress.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of rooting for her.
Absolutely. I think Kaylee Cuoco, surprisingly, pretty damn good in that show.
That was a very good role for her. I don't care for her in other things yet.
Big Bang Theory could go to hell.
Yeah, sorry.
But Yeah, I like you. I look at her and she's just, something about her bothers me. But in The Flight Attendant, she really turned me into kind of, I think she's kind of the new Jennifer Aniston as far as female comedic chops. She's that good. Outstanding comedy actor Michael Douglas in The Kaminsky Method, Anthony Anderson, Blackish, Kenan Thompson for Kenan. That's interesting. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, William H. Macy, Shameless. I got to go Sudeikis on Ted Lasso, just because I think he's pulling off playing this kind of warm, big-hearted guy who's not going to put up with much shit, but will kind of get back at you without being a dick. You know, he's not going to push up against the locker and scream in your face with spittles coming out the corner of his mouth. He's showing how to lead and manage people without having a heavy-handed fist. You know? Right. Yeah. And Sudeikis is pulling that off. Yeah, I agree. Outstanding lead actress in a limited series or movie. Anna Taylor-Joy for The Queen's Gambit. Kate Winslet, Mayor of Easttown. Michaela Coel, I May Destroy You. Elizabeth Olsen, WandaVision. Cynthia Erivo, Genius, Aretha. Don't know what that is. I gotta go with Kate on that one. Kate Winslet, yeah. That was so good. And she's nailing that accent. Yeah. That, I forget what the part of Pennsylvania is, but it's, you know, definitely give me a drink of water. But Anya Taylor-Joy, really good on The Queen's Gambit. Yes. I'm kind of thinking it's either those two. Yeah. Should we just hit this lead actor and be done with it? Sure. Because we got the list, the link in the podcast description. You can go click on it and check it out for yourself. Cool. Outstanding lead actor, in a limited series or movie. Ewan McGregor, Halston, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Hamilton, Leslie Odom Jr., Hamilton, Hugh Grant, The Undoing, Paul Bettany, WandaVision. I take the fifth on this. I don't care about any of those. Yeah, they wouldn't be my pick in that category. And yes, I have not seen a couple of those. So I got to plead the fifth on this one too. Yeah. The first time I saw the thing for Halston, I was like, oh, that might be interesting. Yeah. Ewan McGregor starring, okay. Then I just completely lost interest. Yeah. I think it's when he went on CBS this Sunday morning. They did the interview. Yeah. And for whatever reason, that turned me off from it. I just don't care anymore. Huh. And I don't think Hugh Grant is worth winning an award on The Undoing. Nah. He was just being Hugh Grant. Sorry. Right. And I hate Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah. So annoying. I know. That's an unpopular opinion. And yeah, I'm not a fan Neither. All right, so the link to the Emmy nominations is in the podcast description. You can check it out for yourself. Are we going to watch these awards? Hell no. I know, we never watch. No. It's like I'm always curious as to who's nominated, who wins. That's it. I never watch the shows. And then like the next day, I look at the pretty dresses. Yeah. That's about it. Who wore it best? Yeah, that's not anything I'm interested in. Like you, I just want to see who won. And the pretty dresses. And the pretty dresses. Moving on to what the kids are watching. The kid just finished Space Jam. Yes. Michael Jordan, 1995. 96. 96. Yes. The original Space Jam from the 90s. I never had any interest in space to the jam. Me either. I have never seen this movie ever. No, I saw the clips back in the day. I was like, Michael Jordan trying to act. No, thank you. Well, for me, it was kind of like, it was maybe about the middle of high school, and I felt like I was too old to be watching a movie with cartoons in it still. Like, I was too cool for school by that year. It's an interesting point, you know, when they came up with that concept. Like, what's your audience here? Is it basketball fans? Is it Looney Tunes fans? I mean, I get Looney Tunes fans it's a wide spectrum, you know? Yeah. Because Looney Tunes been around since Christ was a mess cook, as my dad would say. So there's a lot of old fans. There's probably some new fans. Evie's kind of even checked it out a little bit. Yeah. But, I mean, I guess that's a built-in audience that you... okay. I mean, I just kind of talked myself into why they did that. Will you watch the second one? Isn't there one coming out? Yeah, we saw a commercial for... The LeBron James version. Yeah. It's coming out I think this weekend, July 16th. Yeah.
I wonder if
Or
she'll be
23rd.
interested in that when it comes to streaming time.
She probably will.
Yeah, probably.
I would think so. I mean, if Space Jam, she just watched it, just finished it like a week ago, so she's got to be interested.
I will say I did catch one scene while she was watching this, and it was the scene where Michael Jordan and Larry Bird are golfing with Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
That part was kind of funny. But then after that, I was like, eh.
It's funny because Bill Murray was in it.
It was totally him that I was laughing at.
Yeah.
Thought it was great, but
Yeah, Space Jam. I don't know. I don't care. I still don't care.
Yeah,
I was even like
I know.
checking out a little bit on the couch while she was watching it, and
Yeah.
I just nothing about it was
I know.
nothing.
I know.
All right.
Doesn't do it for me either. And I don't know if she really was. I mean, I think it was just on. She watched it. Is okay for her too.
Yeah.
But it is a PG rated movie, so it's safe to watch with your kids. And now the second one's coming out. So if you really liked basketball and cartoons together,
And
this
who
is your
thought of
thing.
that? Who came up with that? Like, let's put a retired basketball player and have him interact. No acting experiences except for maybe a Hanes commercial or a Gatorade commercial, Nike, whatever. And let's have him carry essentially a 2-hour movie with some classic cartoon characters.
Well, isn't
and some aliens will come in
Right.
and they'll want to play basketball.
well,
Somebody's like, okay, green light.
I wonder if it went more like Michael Jordan's people called up is Looney Tunes Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
They called up Warner Brothers and said, hey, he's looking into getting into acting. And maybe they kind of sandwiched the idea together.
Maybe.
You know?
I would think
He
something
was
like,
kind of dabbling in everything. So that's kind of why I lean towards that theory. But
I don't know. He doesn't look like somebody who takes any acting lessons, much less taking it seriously. But
I mean, he didn't did he play baseball his whole life? He's Michael Jordan. He
I
can
don't
do
know.
whatever he wants.
yeah, I think I could see that happening that way. But I would think the studio executives would probably like try to do something a little more lower key, you know?
I don't
Because,
know. That's
like, you-
Michael Jordan. You could make so much money
Yes.
off Michael Jordan.
Yes, and think about the time, 95,
96.
96,
Yeah.
95. There's no like CG animation yet.
Yeah,
It all has to be hand drawn for the most part. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it's hand drawn.
sure.
That takes a lot of time and investment. You're paying a lot of animators, colorists, producers, there's a lot of, you're going all in on that.
Sure.
Like, you don't do that unless you know it's going to be a success.
Yeah, big budget, probably, huh?
Yeah. Big budget. And
Yeah.
I would think they
$80
would-
million.
yeah,
Ooh.
for 95, that's probably 180 now in today's money.
I don't know.
But
Holy
yeah,
cow.
I think if that was the case, the studio would be like, yeah, okay, Michael wants to do some acting. All right, well, let's see if we can come up with like a buddy cop movie where they play basketball, or something like that.
Something else, little less budget.
Yeah, and you get like
Maybe he said, I'll throw in this many millions.
maybe.
As an is he got an executive producer credit here? Let's see.
I don't know. He probably could have at the time gotten back end on it,
Yeah,
where it's not even like a producer credit. It's just he gets points on the box office.
sure.
And he probably did because he's worth, what'd you say the other day? $2 billion?
I think it was $2 billion. Yeah. Isn't that
Anyway.
crazy.
Space Jam.
Michael Jordan. Dream Team.
Yeah, they're sucking now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're losing. They just lost to Australia. They're not the
Anyway.
dream team anymore.
Oh, the 90s, though.
That was a good dream team. And that should do it, eh?
Hey.
Hey. I think we'll have a look at Succession coming up,
All right.
and we'll finally get to Black Widow,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. Do we have time?
Yeah, okay.
We'll see. I need
make
sleep, dude.
I know. Sleep good.
Oh,
All right.
Sleep.
Make sure you follow us on the Twitter at MaryWChans. Subscribe to the podcast. Follow it.
Share. Tell your
Share,
friends.
Tell your friends. Go to joinhoney.com/married. Get that honey plug-in. Get you some discounts on your online shopping. It works really well, and it helps us when you download it. Until next time on the Married with Channels podcast, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see you later.
Bye.